Hello everyone, and welcome to the ProPricer 95101 internal webinar. My name is Esteban Mercado, and I am the product manager for the ProPricer 9 product here at ProPricer. In this segment, I will be going over all of the newest features included in this release. Alright, so before we get into some of the main features in 95101, let's talk about a new server configuration tool we created and some of the features that are for Contractor Edition but tie into other ProPricer products. First, we have the ProPricer Server Config tool. As most of you know, when we moved to 95100, we changed our framework from .NET to .NET Core. With this change came some new requirements, one of which is a requirement to provide and validate an SSL certificate. Now this was possible before, but without this tool, the process was a little difficult. It required editing JSON files, and one small slip-up with the incorrect syntax would throw a number of different errors. This tool was created to streamline the process of selecting and validating the SSL certificate, and ensuring the JSON file was created correctly. To find this tool, you can navigate over to the ProPricer Server Manager's installation directory. Now this is something that your IT department would probably have access to and not the normal user, but again, this is just for demonstration purposes. Once you're there, you'll look for an application called ProPricer Server Config.exe. Once you open it, you'll find a few different options. Now, specific to the SSL certificate, we're only going to focus on the top area over here. This bottom area is used for one of the features we're going to talk about later in this video, Azure AD login configuration. But again, we're just focusing on SSL for now. So, the first field, certificate name, allows you to select or load your SSL certificate from your machine's local store. The host field allows you to specify the host server name. A quick note here, ProPricer requires that the SSL certificate be local to the host machine. Lastly, you'll specify the host server port used for ProPricer. Once you apply that and create the proper configuration, you should be able to access ProPricer 95100 with no issues. Next, we are going to talk about BOE Pro source support. This is a two-part change that improves the integration of BOE Pro and ProPricer Contractor Edition. The first part of this change is the addition of a new column in both task and summary views in Contractor Edition called BOE Source. This column displays the source BOE element each task in CE is associated with. Please note that this column only appears in proposals that were pulled from BOE Pro and will not be visible otherwise. Now to show this, I'm going to switch over to a database that I have connected with BOE Pro and open up a proposal in Task View. Here, you can see the new column and see that it's listing all of the associated BOEs. Now, I'll quickly open up Summary View. And here we have the same thing. The next thing this change did was add functionality to the existing audit report, which allows it to display when BOE Pro data has been modified in Contractor Edition. To demonstrate this, I will open up the audit report by navigating to the Report ribbon and selecting Audit Report. In the Items to Audit list in Report Options, I can scroll down and now see the new item called BOE Sources and can tell the report to view whether they have been modified or not. Again, this will only appear if you are selected on a proposal that was brought over from BOE Pro and will not be visible otherwise. When I run the report, you can see at the bottom that I have a few BOE sources that were modified after being brought over from BOE Pro. This enhancement will help users quickly pinpoint changes and allow them to better perform data validation. Alright, so now we're going to move into some of the main ProPricer specific features, starting with the assembly part name template system setting. So this particular feature has some cascading effect on a few other features we're going to talk about in a minute here, but This particular feature is mainly a system setting that allows users to customize what they define as the uniqueness for their assemblies or part names in the material library. So if you're using materials in ProPricer, detailed materials that is, this allows users to tell ProPricer, hey, what is